Mr. President, has France committed to step up when it comes to taking back foreign fighters in Syria?
Well, I haven't asked that to the President today. I have over the period of time. We have a tremendous amount of captured fighters, ISIS fighters, over in Syria. And they're all under lock and key. But many are from France, many are from Germany, many are from UK. They're mostly from Europe. And some of the countries are agreeing. I have not spoken to the President about that. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters?
Look,
I can give them.
if you look at the situation,
You can take everyone you want.
let's be serious. The very large number of fighters you have on the ground are ISIS fighters coming from Syria, from Iraq, and the region. It is true that you have foreign fighters coming from Europe, but this is a tiny minority of the overall problem we have in the region. And I think number one priority, because it's not yet finished, is to get rid of ISIS and these terrorist groups. This is our number one priority. And it's not yet done. I'm sorry to say that. You still have fighters in this region, in Syria and now in Iraq, and more. And the whole destabilization of the region makes the situation more difficult to fix the situation against ISIS. Second, some of these foreign fighters are being judged in Iraq because of the deeds precisely they acted in this very region. And we will have a case-by-case approach. We have a humanitarian approach for children, already organized, and we will have a case-by-case approach. But for me, the very first objective in the region is to finish war against ISIS. And don't make any mistake. Your number one problem are not the foreign fighters. This is the ISIS fighters in the region. And you have more and more of these fighters due to the situation today.
This is why he's a great politician, because that was one of the greatest non-answers I've ever heard. And that's okay.
Because sometimes you can have some temptation from the US side, I don't say about President Trump, but could be the press, to say this is the European responsibility. I'm sorry to say that. We have some of our people, but if you don't look at the reality of the situation, that is number one, not to be ambiguous with these groups. This is why we started to discuss about our relations with Turkey. But I think any ambiguity with Turkey vis-à-vis these groups is detrimental to everybody for the situation on the ground.
France has actually taken back some fighters. But we have a lot of fighters. We captured a lot of people. And we have captured 100% of the caliphate, but you know that means that it's still, they keep going and going. We sent a small contingent in and we wiped out another portion of ISIS. We don't want to happen, to me, what happened with President Obama, where it reformed and then it became stronger than it was in the first place. So we don't want that to happen. And as I said before, we've taken the oil. We have the oil. So we have total control of the oil so that they're not going to be able to use that. They use that oil to really to fuel up their wealth, to fuel up their money. That was their primary source of income. And they get contributions. So we have now lists of where these contributions come from, which is very important. You have people contributing, if you can believe it. Some of these people are wealthy people that make contributions. And we have lists of where we learned a lot. You know, when we got al-Baghdadi, that was a great get. And when we killed him, we have a lot of information that I'm revealing now for the first time, but we also got a lot of good information. So a lot of things are happening, and France has been very helpful. I have to say that. They've been very, very helpful. Okay? Go ahead. Any other questions, please?
Le président américain a eu des propos assez durs à votre rencontre ce matin. Comment abordez-vous ce sommet de l'OTAN et cette rencontre?
Comme vous le voyez, avec beaucoup de pragmatisme et avec la volonté de faire avancer les sujets, comme toujours. Je défends les intérêts de la France, c'est aussi une position européenne, et je le fais avec le souci également d'avoir une relation amicale et constructive avec les États-Unis d'Amérique, et c'est ce que nous avons toujours privilégié avec le président. On a une discussion sur l'OTAN, je viens de réexpliquer quelle était notre position, et elle est assumée. Elle est assumée parce que nous sommes engagés militairement dans des théâtres d'opération qui supposent la clarté, ça a été évoqué. Il y a des sujets, ça a été évoqué par votre collègue américain, qui ont été révélés hier, celui de la taxe numérique. Sur ce sujet, je peux vous apporter apporter une réponse extrêmement